Welcome back to another episode of Fantasy Football RPG. I'm Mike. Today we're going to be going over Trevor Lawrence. Evan has been crushing it, going through some of our running backs, what to do with Christian McCaffrey, what to do with Josh Jacobs, what to do with Devon Achane. If you have any questions about some of those running backs, check out his episodes on the channel. But I'm going to start running through the quarterbacks, and we'll start with a hot button one, Trevor Lawrence. Guys, 2024 was rough. I get it, but we're going to go through his current price, what the coaching staff and the offseason moves do to him, some of the film that we've seen in 2023 that show why we should be excited, and then some real trades that you can hopefully make in your leagues, and if not, some advice for what to do moving forward. So let's start looking at his current ADP. This is taken from Fantasy Calc, our friends over there. They take real data from startups on Sleeper and try and figure out, taking that data, incorporating into ADP. This is all from just the last month, so April 17th through today. This should give us a pretty good picture of where he's going in startups right now. So Superflex leagues, you can get Trevor Lawrence in third pick in your fifth round. Every startup's going to be different. Sometimes those quarterbacks are going to get pushed up. Sometimes guys are going to play quarterback chicken. But what's interesting about his quarterback 17 price, JJ McCarthy, fantastic landing spot. I also love what McCarthy can turn into there. But we have Brock Purdy, Baker Mayfield, CJ Stroud, Jordan Love, some other guys that we've kind of seen the flashes, but we haven't gotten a full breakout from at least Stroud and Love yet. You can count CJ Stroud's rookie season as a breakout, but 2024 was rough for him as well. And right behind him, you have Jared Goff, Michael Penix, either mystery box or one of the safest assets in Dynasty Fantasy Football, just a cozy QB2. So quarterback 17 price, it feels a little low, but it's low for a reason. 2024 was not fun for him. Let's head on over to Sleeper. What you see here, God, this is sad. Dealt with some injuries, only played 10 games, and then also all of his receivers were dealing with injuries. You'd Christian Kirk out for most of the season. You'd Evan Ingram out for most of the season. Brian Thomas, they didn't work into a full workload until later in the season, which is why people are talking about his Mac Jones splits versus his Trevor Lawrence splits. But 2023 and 2022, we saw what Trevor Lawrence can return to. This is the top 15 quarterback, somebody that in one quarterback leagues, you're able to stream him. In two quarterback leagues, a very solid QB2 or a low-end QB1. The rushing upside hasn't been fully unlocked yet. Guys, he's 6'6", 220. He moves like a basketball player. We've seen him dunk the ball over the line at the goal line. Only 70 attempts in his 2023 season. Not fantastic, but Liam Cohn convinced Baker Mayfield to try and run around like he is Kyler Murray out there. So I'm excited to see what he has in store for Trevor Lawrence, and still just 25 years old. So when we're talking about Michael Penix, Bo Nix, guys like that, yes, they are rookies last year, so there's room for them to grow. But same age range, we should be excited that we have already seen two top 15 seasons from Trevor Lawrence there. The reason that I am really excited for what he is going to do in 2025, they add Liam Cohen, who has made Baker Mayfield extremely fantasy relevant and kept two pass catchers at the top of our minds, whether it's Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, or when Godwin went down, even Jalen McMillan was getting some love. So let's take a look at some of his 2023 film. This is straight from the Fantasy Football Astronauts Film Lab. We're able to sort. You see over here, this is Calvin Ridley. So he's going to run a little comeback route here. This is some people really love Calvin Ridley. If you think Calvin Ridley is better than Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter, when it was just Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk there, the weapons have improved all around him. They've added an explosive running back out of the backfield. If he's able to hit passes like this time and time again, this offense is going to take a huge step forward. So look at him just throw a 25-yard strike to space, find the soft spot in the zone, get over the linebackers. There's a lot of ways that this ends up working out well for Trevor Lawrence, and his price is still low enough. Oh, man. Imagine Brian Thomas running this route with Trevor Lawrence. It's going to be a lot more fun. But we should be really excited for what Trevor Lawrence can do in 2025 because the weapons have improved. The offensive coordinator, who is really the head coach, is going to bring a new system which will put some life into this offense. And they've already signed Trevor Lawrence this huge contract. They are committed to him for 2025, 2026, likely 2027 before there's even a way for them to get out of that contract. What that means is that there's a 25-year-old quarterback who has already shown us signs of life from fantasy in the best situation he's ever been in. Now let's take a look at some of the trades that you can get Trevor Lawrence for. So all this data, head over to Fantasy Calc. You can search specific names, so search trades for these players. Number of quarterbacks, let's filter that so it's only our super flex leagues. In one quarterback leagues, you're probably not making drastic moves at quarterback. Trevor Lawrence for Cam Ward straight up. And it shows that the Cam Ward side, quote, won the trade. You have a former number 1 overall pick being traded for the current number 1 overall pick in a worse situation with worse weapons around him and a worse offensive coordinator. Just go get Trevor Lawrence. That should be pretty easy. Trevor Lawrence for a late second and a 2026 first round pick. If you've started looking at the 2026 class, we keep hearing it's going to be a better quarterback class in 2025. There might be 2 or 3 that are a little bit better, but it's not going to be super crazy. Wide receivers are pretty fun. Running backs aren't nearly as good. So if this 210 is this manager's own pick, you're looking at a late 26 first and a late 25 second for a 25-year-old starting quarterback with job security. That is gold in your super flex leagues. Some of these highway robberies. Again, Trevor Lawrence for the 103. So this is likely Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Ted McMillan. Rookie fever is biting some of our leagues pretty hard. So you can go get the more safe asset that still has untapped upside and make a move that could win you your league in 2025. Take nothing else away from this. Trevor Lawrence is due for a big year because the offense is improved, the weapons are improved, and he still has the job security that if he has a rough season this year, he's still going to be the starting quarterback in 2026. There's no way the Jags are moving on from him. So go buy some Trevor Lawrence, lock up your QB2, maybe even tier down, quote, tier down from some of those Baker Mayfields, Brock Purdy with the new extension, and get somebody with a little more upside and the same job security. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope this helps. Buy some Trevor Lawrence. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Football RPG Podcast. If you made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to check out written content, head over to lastwordonsports.com.
Don't let the goblins get you.